Hello world, it is Monday, November 28th, 2022. I'm looking out the window at Defiance. It's kind of an overcast day and cool. 37 degrees this morning when I went running, and I think it's only supposed to be around 40. So it's not really going to get much warmer today. Back to normal November temperatures, at least for today. The the devotion for today is entitled "A Righteous Branch," written by Vince Amlin, and Vince bases the devotion upon Jeremiah chapter 33, verses 14 through 15. The days are surely coming, says God, when I will fulfill the promise I made to the house of Israel and the house of Judah. In those days and at that time, I will cause a righteous branch to spring up for David, and he shall execute justice and righteousness in the land. And then Vince writes, every week in a staff meeting, our sexton updates us on the replacement tree the city has promised for the easement in front of the church. A storm blew through last summer and cracked the old oak in two. A couple weeks later, the Bureau of Forestry finished the job. The stump showed well over 100 rings. Then they ground that down too. No hope of a shoot springing up spontaneously. So our sexton keeps us updated every week. And every week the update is still waiting. It doesn't matter that it's been over a year with no change. It doesn't matter when I say, we've got a lot to cover today. It doesn't matter when I get snippy and insist, I think everyone is aware of the situation. He keeps it on the agenda. Like those who persist in the cause of righteousness and justice, the ones who sound the alarm, the ones who point to what is missing, what has been destroyed, the ones who won't let it drop. Even though it makes things awkward, even though people get snippy, even though there has been no change and everyone is is aware of the situation. Because everyone is aware of the situation and there has been no change. They keep it on the agenda every week, every day. They hold to the promises they have made. In the prayer, righteous one, keep your promises. Amen. A couple things this devotion reminds me of is the need to be persistent. Because I think of all the mass shootings that keep occurring in the United States, many of which are done with assault-style weapons, weapons meant for only one purpose, not for hunting, but for killing human beings. And yet, time after time, nothing happens. And I think that we're kind of getting numb to it. And so the people who really feel passionate about it continue to try to raise the alarm and to keep it on the forefront of our attention. This also reminded me of a brief article I read in the Christian Century this morning that talked about statistics on how even in mainline denominations or progressive or liberal denominations in churches, that even when we talk about the social gospel and social justice over and over and over again, the individuals within the congregation tend to think of that God is more concerned about individual morality than social injustices, which is really strange to me as a pastor, because that's what the Bible is all about, is social injustices that are going on. And yes, there is a certain segment of the Christian population in the U.S. that is overly emphasizes individual morality, and they believe truly that the Bible is all about that, appeasing God. But that's not the message of the Bible. And it just kind of blows my mind that even in progressive churches like St. John United Church of Christ, many of the people look upon individual morality as the most important thing in the church. It's strange. It's disheartening sometimes. But we got to keep doing it. We got to keep pushing it, keep bringing it up, keep working, trying to bring heaven to earth as God intended. Hope you have a good day. It's good to be back, and hope to talk to you again tomorrow.